2, 3, go.
As you look back, are there ways that you wished you'd been able to prioritize your mental health differently as you went along your Olympic journey?
I feel like as I got older, I realized the importance of mental health and mental training, because we spend all of our life training our bodies to be able to do the thing. But if you don't train your brain as well, how do you know if you're going to be able to hold it together in competition? So I think one thing I would love to be able to help my kids with as well is being able to have those tools and that repertoire to be able to practice mindfulness, to be able to deal with high pressure situations, because, you know, on a micro or a macro level, at some point, everybody deals with a really stressful situation, and how you navigate that and perform under stress and under pressure really will kind of, you know, play into how successful that moment might be. You know, as soon as you hit the water that you've messed up. I remember hitting the water on this dive and thinking, it's over. Like, it's done. So I think for me, I wish I had started those mindfulness practices slightly earlier in my career. But like when you're young and somebody tries to tell you to do something like that, you're always a bit like, is it really for me? Is it going to work? But actually it is. I didn't realize quite how powerful it was.
This is what you have worked for a whole decade. This is what you imagined it would be like when you said you would represent Great Britain at the Olympics. Tom Daley, the country is behind you.
Oh, yes, it's a good one. He can't do any more than that. It needed to be perfect, and apart from just a minute bit of splash, it was perfect.
You, of course, have your knitting, but what are some ways that you work to prioritize your mental health today?
For me, the knitting and the crochet is something that I will always bring with me as like my mental reset. I also love going on walks with my husband. We drop our kids off at school and then we go for a hike, and we just spend the first hour of our morning just talking to each other. And I know that might not necessarily be 100% mindfulness, but it's our way of talking to each other about anything and everything. And, as you see in the documentary, when I was younger, I didn't really talk about any of that. I always kept everything very guarded. So it's one of our hour walks where we just talk about anything that's bothering us, anything we're excited about, anything we have goals coming up. So we can really, and I think that's something that I've been really glad to have with my husband, is that we have a really open line of communication where we're just constantly sharing our thoughts and feelings, which I think is pretty special.